Hi everybody, and thanks for joining me today. Might want to grab both threads there, not just one. There. Just put my Q-snap back in my stand, so always got to kind of readjust my angle. Get it comfortable. All right, let's see how long this piece is. Somewhat, okay. So to avoid from closing things in, I'm gonna have to kind of break it up a little bit. So I normally don't cross as I go, but if I want the thread to end up on the opposite side that I started, then I will do that. The back will look different, but I don't really worry so much about that. Neighbors out there trying to get their grass cut before the rain comes. So yeah, it was beautiful blue skies earlier, but now it's kind of threatening to rain, so we shall see. But I'm not going to complain too hard. It's not snow. Yeah. Yeah, it sure took some getting used to. I grew up on Vancouver Island, and you get snow there maybe once every, 3 to 5 years. And even if you do get it, it often would just turn to rain before you really got a chance to enjoy it. It wouldn't stick around. But here on the prairies, yeah, we have snow for more than 6 months most years. So that took a bit of adjusting. So yeah, we really appreciate it when it's nice out. Yeah, when I was growing up, we really appreciated the snow because it never lasted. Now I appreciate the sun more. Except there was one year, 1996, had a huge snowfall that year. Oh, what have I done here? Oh, I see. I was going up instead of downwards. No problem. Yeah, we had a huge snowfall that year because it never turned to rain. And the flakes were big, like, cornflake size, which normally you didn't get. Usually you got very powdery, and it wasn't very good for building stuff. Good for skiers, I guess, but not for, yeah, building snow forts or snowmen or making snowballs. So, but let's not talk about snow. It's nice out, right? That'll come soon enough. 55 stitches of this color left. But I looked and they're kind of scattered a bit, so I won't be reaching another 0 for a while. Yeah, we got a 0 on this a couple months back, but yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get another. Probably not till I start getting to that very last horizontal pass across the pattern. That's when you really start getting the 0s. Okay. Once again, lots of different shades of white and cream and very light pink here. Harder to see the shading with the naked eye, but it's like you catch it on a subconscious level or something. Okay, so I think, yes, I decided separate threads for this color. Let's see, in fact, if I have a nice, very short, perfect. A nice short piece, good for just 2 stitches. That's what I was hoping for. Perfect. I love when that works out. Yes, I don't know if you can hear that lawnmower going. I think that's the neighbor across the street who he cuts the grass in like diagonal pattern instead of up and down or side to side. So kind of made me smile. Here I am diagonal stitching and he's diagonal cutting his grass. Yeah, I remember they have a kiddo about my son's age, and they also had one of those little toy lawnmowers that blew bubbles. And I remember she would follow her dad around, the same as my son did. And he would pretend to pull start it too, because he saw Dad do that with ours. So, because it's a gas mower, not one that's plugged in. I don't know, do they even make the ones that are plugged in anymore? I haven't seen them in a long time. Because when I was a kid, my dad had one with a cord. But yeah, I don't know if they even make those anymore. It's kind of like vacuum cleaners with bags. Everything is bagless now. When I was growing up, it was sort of a mix. And I don't know. I found that the ones with bags cleaned better, or it could just be that because it was years ago and things were better quality, because, you know, they make everything with planned for it to not last too long, so you have to keep buying them. Like I said, they don't make things like they used to, which really sucks. Yeah, it's not just the money. I hate throwing away so many appliances and knowing that they end up in the landfill and they're, you know, plastic parts and stuff, and that's going to take, you know, millennia to break down. Although I was reading a news thing the other day about somebody had developed this kind of I don't know if it was a bacteria or something, but some kind of microorganism that actually could eat plastic. So I thought, well, that's kind of a neat idea, because yeah, it turned it basically into just water and some other harmless like salt and stuff. So that would be pretty cool. You wouldn't need to recycle anymore, especially, yeah, since I mean so much is not recyclable. Like our city here only collects number 1 and 2 recyclable plastic, and a lot of it is other stuff like yogurt is number 5, and yeah, the coffee containers were number 7, and so that kind of was annoying. Although I don't drink coffee anymore, which you would know if you've listened to my other videos. Yeah. Oh my, a whole bunch in a row. Let's see if this piece of thread is long enough. Oh, goodness. I think I dropped a needle on the floor. I'll have to find that later. Go over the floor with a magnet. Yeah, I remember they did something similar when we had our roof re-shingled. Oh geez, years ago now, like over 10 years ago. And when they pulled out the old nails, they just chucked them onto the lawn. And then they came back later with this big magnet on a roller. It almost looked like those old style grass cutters with the blades. But yeah, and then it would pick up the nails with the magnet. Although I remember there were a few stray ones that I can't remember what metal they were, but they weren't magnetic. So yeah, we had to search for those to make sure, because didn't want my son stepping on one or something, because he was really little then, like 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's like a 35-year roof, so it should be a while before we have to redo it, hopefully. Oh, whoops. Oh, actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah. Can do 2 rows and sort of cross them. If you're doing a bunch of them across a huge area of the same color, I discovered this is not a good idea. One of these, it left a line, but when it's only a few stitches, then I was able to do this sort of the bottom legs and then go back and cross them all. But yeah, if you're doing a huge block of the same color, which I discovered on my Marvelous Garden, the color I screwed up, yeah, I ended up with a line on sort of this row that was sort of closed in. So that's another reason why I do, you know, don't close things in, because yeah, that was like the first time I ever had a line in my work. So maybe it turned out well that I did it in the wrong color. Ooh. Now I know better. I won't have that line. Yeah, like I said, for a few stitches, it's fine, but a whole huge, you know, like 80 stitch row across, it left a line. I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to stretch it out when I was mounting it, so yeah, but still 10,000 stitches down the drain. And that was like, you know, 5 hanks of thread too. Ugh. Well, it happens. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this is threaded or not. It is not. Okay. And this one, not either, so we'll set them aside. If they were still threaded, I probably would have done them and parked them. But as they were not, I didn't bother. Gosh, one of my hairs there. Don't want to stitch it in. Oh, that's one thing that's irritating me with knitting. I keep knitting hairs into the project. I have to pull them out, and some of them are really stuck in there. A couple of times I'd use tweezers because I couldn't get a good enough grip with my fingers. It just kept breaking. Yeah, one of the hazards of having longer hair. Yeah, remember us thinking we could use that in a CSI episode, DNA sample. Yeah, I enjoyed all of the CSI shows. Then they did a reboot. That's been renewed for another season, so yeah, I was enjoying that. They brought back Grissom, the original main character from the original series, so apparently he's not coming back for the second season is what I've heard. He only agreed to do the first season, which was like 10 episodes. And I mean, the guy's older, right? I mean, I think he's 70 or close to it, so yeah, I don't think I'd want to do a grueling filming schedule at that age either. Like, yeah, people were complaining about Star Trek Picard was only 10 episodes a season, but I mean, the guy's 81, you know? The fact that he's still working is pretty impressive. Okay, this one is slightly closer, so I'm going to park it down here. Okay, 159. Okay, I think I need a new thread entirely. Yeah, speaking of older guys, I've been enjoying watching a UK show on Prime called New Tricks. A play on the old dog's new tricks, because it's well, one leader, she's like in her 40s, and then she's got a bunch of retired guys helping her solve older cases because they're bored and got nothing better to do, and they're older guys in their 60s and 70s. So yeah, it's been quite amusing. Been enjoying it. And it's on Prime. There's like 107 episodes altogether. So I'm about a third of the way through that. It's one of those, it went on for 12 seasons, but it's only 100 something episodes because, yeah, UK shows, they don't do a lot. It's not like here where it was 26 episodes a season. Not as many shows keep up with that anymore, especially in the last few years because of the, COVID has made it harder. But, yeah, some still do. A lot of the DC shows like The Flash and stuff still do. Yeah, I only film twice a week for, an hour or so. I don't think I could keep up with the kind of schedule they do. Okay, how long is this bit? Just enough for that stitch, okay. This one's not very long, but it is long enough to do these 2 stitches I'm going to park it in, so since the other piece wasn't long enough to stretch that far, that is what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to go down the diagonal a bit, if I can. Pardon me. So yeah, I've been doing so many projects lately that I used to just sort of focus on one. So I was thinking I'd get this done by the end of the year, but yeah, with me doing other projects and stuff, it may take longer. But fortunately, I'm not on a deadline. So it's not a problem. It will get done when it gets done. So yeah, this will be my 3rd design by Artecy that I've done. My first of their big projects. Oh my goodness. You are being difficult. There we go. Oh, that is the wrong one. That is why I'm thinking. I thought that one would still be threaded. Yeah, that's because you grabbed the wrong thread, silly. Again, good thing for the grid lines catching me there. Yeah. And that is why I take the time to grid. Yeah, in the end it saves me the time. Though I haven't been able to get much gridding done lately. I've been too busy knitting. 'Cause, yeah. I have a legacy piece for a friend I'm trying to get done. They had a family member start it and passed away before they could finish it, so I'm finishing it for them. So yeah, that's been taking precedence against my own knitting and gridding. Because I do that in front of the TV because I don't really have to look at what I'm doing. I can knit by feel. And I used to do gridding in front of the TV. Pardon me, because it's boring, right? So yeah, I would do just sort of 1 or 2 grid lines a night, just slowly getting it done. So I will get back to it, and I will restart the Marvelous Garden sometime, but again, no deadline. It'll happen when it happens. Okay, I think I can get these 2 as well. Might as well not waste any. There we are. Starting to add a lot more threads here. Yeah, as you can see, this is the part that takes the longest. You gotta pull out a thread, and then you've gotta fold it for loop start and line it up and thread it through the eye of the needle and then attach it. So yeah, this is the part that takes forever. Once you have all the threads attached, then it goes a bit quicker. Okay, let's see. Just kind of jumping around here. Okay, 38, 35. This is extremely short. It's almost borderline as to whether I can actually get anything out of it. We'll see. Yeah, that is definitely the limit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then I need a new one for that bit. The other one is super short. So, yeah, lots of threads. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Okay, just deciding what I want to do here. Right, and then that one is going to be just ended off. Yeah, getting windy out there, blowing in some, looks like rain clouds, because yeah, they're kind of darker gray. Well, they were threatening thunderstorm, but thankfully not anymore. So hopefully. Oh my. Okay. Had it right the first way. Okay, so that's why I kind of went downwards, so I could do all of that in a row and have the thread back up at the top. There. Try to get everything comfortable with my pillows here where I have my arm. My left elbow rests on them, so I don't have to hold my arm up at an uncomfortable angle. So yeah, a few threads are traveling upwards instead of downwards. As long as it's on that left edge, I am happy. Dog barking out there. Yeah, there's one. When I take a certain route by, big dog comes and jumps up and puts its front paws on the top of the fence and barks like crazy at me until I get far enough down the block. Then it stops. It's all satisfied thinking it scared me off. It's like I was gonna keep walking along anyway, but be proud of yourself if that helps. Okay, yeah, lots of switching here, back and forth. 208. I got the music from Majora's Mask stuck in my head because I was watching a video earlier by Luigi Brothers, and they do little videos about little gems, little hidden Easter eggs and stuff in games. It's been quite fun. They've done, they did like a dozen of them about Ocarina of Time, and now they're doing Majora's Mask. And I played those games a lot of times, but they still found things that I didn't know. Yeah, it was lots of fun. Yeah, I was quite impressed. I mean, that's an old game. I mean, geez, it's coming on to 20, or it's over 25 years now, isn't it? Yeah, it was released in 1998. And yeah, like I said, I played it multiple times, but they still managed to find things I didn't know. Kind of amazing how much depth and stuff they put into that game. It's pretty cool. There's a tiny little flaw in this thread. It's not even a knot, just like a little bump on one of the strands. Here you can hear it going through the fabric. If you listen really close, it kind of catches, but it's so small that I am not going to bother cutting it out. If it was a really big knot, then stitching with it can distort the holes. I did that once where I was lazy to cut it out, and then I regretted it later because those holes were a bit bigger than the ones surrounding them. It didn't look so good, but this is so small, like you can hear it, but it doesn't even make a catch in resistance to feel. So I don't think it's big enough that it's going to cause a problem. Okay. I'll be reaching that right edge soon. Continue on downwards. Yeah, it was kind of fun watching that series and being able to say, oh, I knew that one, but there were still at least one or two per video that I did not know. That's always fun. Yeah. It's funny too. I'm one of those people who remembers obscure trivia forever. You know, the useful information, like why did I come to this store? I can't remember what I needed to buy. Nope. But yeah. The useful little niche bit of knowledge that's not going to actually help anything. That's stuck there forever. Oh. Yeah, I really liked the Inside Out movie and how it was like talking about memories. And yeah, you don't get to prioritize, and how I remember the Triple Dent gum commercial was like a permanent memory, even though it's completely useless. Isn't that always the way? Yeah, like I said, I can still remember my 8th grade locker combination, or my friend's phone number from 20 years ago, which obviously they don't have anymore. Because that was a landline. You didn't get to take your phone number with you when you moved. Yeah, just dating myself there. There we go. Yeah, like if you were a business or something, you could pay extra to keep your same number when you moved locations, but most people, for their personal landline, were not going to bother. Ooh. There we go. So I could hear that wanted to form a knot. Now, the tricks we use to remember things, I still remember a phone number I had to remember, and the last digits were 7825. I remembered it as in 1978, or it's that 78 records were 25 cents was how my dad told me to remember it, even though I wasn't alive then. But yeah. Yeah, I never saw a 78. We had, when I was a kid, we had 45s. You know, that's how many revolutions per minute, and 33. And our turntable had a switch. And so if you forgot to switch it, it was quite funny. You'd end up having the Alvin and the Chipmunk style. Oh, goodness. Oh, kind of like on YouTube, you can double speed things. And I forgot to turn the double speed off once, and I tried to play music, and I was like, why does this sound so weird? And then, oh, right. Yeah, because it was a song I didn't have the MP3 for it, so I was just listening to it watching it on YouTube. Yeah, it's funny saying about tricks to remember stuff. My husband says those don't seem to work on him for some reason. I don't know why. Because, yeah, if I didn't use memory tricks to remember stuff, I wouldn't remember anything. Oh my gosh. Like I remember with cross-stitch fabric, the lower the count, the larger the piece. That's how I remember it. So 14 count will be larger than an 18 count. So this must be the area behind the spray that you can see as the color changes, because here's the water spray. Yeah. Okay, and out of the diagonal. So unthread. That is a short little bit, but we will deal. Okay, 317. Oh wow, still a lot of this stitch. 6704. Oh, I guess it'll be an even 6700 once I do these 4 I've highlighted. Okay, then and another one done. Yeah, so there's a few here I should be able to get either parked or otherwise out of my way. Okay. Okay. These will be darker colors here, so I feel safe pin stitching this one here. It'll be covered up by darker grays and blues, so it's all good. Okay. right, there we go. Yeah, getting a lot of my needles back. Like when it works out that way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. I was pretty sure this was only long enough to do these two here. So I could have left these for the next diagonal, but as I already had this color in my tray, so it was easy to find a piece, I'll just do them now. What? I may just leave that one. So 6 of one and half dozen of the other. Yeah. There's only one stitch there and I had to go through my envelopes. So you know what? I'll do it on the next diagonal. When I can't procrastinate it anymore. So back to some light colors again. Okay. 819. Not one of the hazards of working with shorter pieces. You're more likely to unthread them when you don't mean to. Ah, well, what you gonna do? There we go. there's quite a lot of colors in that little box there. Two, 4. Yeah, there was quite a lot of this color in the center part of the pattern. The rosy sky was, but now we're coming down to the last few stitches of it. Yay! That's always exciting. But yeah, like I said, they're not all in one area, so it's still going to be a while till we get to another 0. There. I was having trouble locating my scissors. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another extremely short piece. Once again, had a little bit of trouble getting the fabric perfectly taut on the Q-snap, but good enough. Not perfect, but good enough. Okay. 8/18. Yeah, another one that's counting down. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'll be carrying, which means I have to go a ways to the left. Yeah. Okay, so I got 2 of this color. Let's see how long they are. That's pretty decent length. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll deal with it in a minute. Go through and erase some stuff off my tablet, I guess. All right, well, I guess maybe that makes that a good place to stop there so that I don't lose my recording of what's happening on the pattern. So I think we'll call it a day there. So thank you so much for joining me today, and hope to see you here again. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.